Okay, good evening all. So last day, actually, we have discussed about electronic spreadsheets. Electronic spreadsheet is where we do basically the calculations, logical comparisons, and all. Today, we have to start our new lesson, which is electronic presentations. Right? If you are new to class or if you couldn't join last week, don't worry. So we have a new lesson today. You can start learning from that. And so now actually we are in the discussion of grade 10 book, and we have come to the end of the book. We have only 2 chapters left. That is chapter number 8, electronic presentations, and chapter number 9. Actually, we have already finished other chapters. But I promise you, before the examination, I'll do a kind of a rapid or quick revision or paper discussion targeting the exam. Right. So when it comes to electronic presentations, I think you have heard of the term software PowerPoint. Right? You have heard of the, maybe you have heard of or you have used that software PowerPoint because it was there in grade 8 or grade 9. So as I remember in the previous grade, you had that. But so there are possibilities. Maybe you missed that. In that year, maybe you couldn't do IT. So don't worry, I'll explain this from the beginning. Okay, the presentation is essential skill. So here actually I'm also doing presentation. I'm presenting your lesson to you. Teachers usually do the presentations, right? But they can use either traditional or electronic methods. Traditionally, what is the traditional presentation that a teacher use?
Projector.
No. I'm asking traditional channel, traditional without these things. So just think about maybe your grade 1, grade 2 classes. How you join grade 1, grade 2 classes in school? How the presentation happened? Is it using projector or using blackboard or whiteboard? In your grade 1, can you remember what was the technology? Is it projector or whiteboard and blackboard? Classroom में මොනවාද පාවිච්චි උනේ පුතේ? Whiteboard, the blackboard, the PowerPoint presentation.
Whiteboard and
blackboard, right? Yes. So that is in your school era. So maybe when you're little kids. So that is traditional method. A presentation can be done using whiteboard. A presentation can be done using blackboard or Dreamboard. So any board can be used to do presentation. Oh, so I can remember some teachers, they prepare nice slides. So especially when we are in the kindergarten or when we are in grade 1 and 2. So they bring nice pictures and they show those picture boards to us and explain that. So if you can remember your grade 1, grade 2 classes, the board will so nicely prepared, maybe English letters, English alphabet and all. So nicely prepared boards, they presented us. That is totally manual method. So what is the disadvantage of that manual method? So what are the disadvantages? Why we cannot use manual methods anymore? Or why it is discouraged? Why electronic presentations are better than these manual methods? Yes?
We can easily make presentation.
Yes.
Presentation.
It will not take hours because, to prepare that teacher, if teacher want to prepare that manual slide, teacher must spend few hours, maybe 2-3 hours, at least 1 hour. Teacher must spend and prepare the presentation, but it's very easy. So fonts are there, everything is there. It's very easy to do that using electronic presentations. Actually, in the middle era, so after sometimes you might have seen this, there was a projector called overhead projector. It's like so overhead projector was used in the middle era. Overhead projector is something like this. So let me show some example image actually. Overhead projector that also needs some slides. It can work without slides also. But when you, so this overhead projector, when you put a slide, so there's a light underneath of this මේක යට තියෙන light එක. When this light comes through this transparent light, the colors and everything will be captured by a mirror and lens here and will be enlarged and again sent to a wall. So it's like this. The captured content will be enlarged and sent to a wall. එතකොට මෙතන තියෙන එක මේකේ හරහා මේ light එක එනවා. ඒ light එක එනකොට ඒක ගිහිල්ලා මෙතන වැදිලා මේ mirror එකක ඒ mirror එකෙන් තමයි reflect වෙන්නේ. So you know the mirror, basically mirror shows you the reverse direction. The mirror will flip the image. ඔයගලන්ට sure නැත්නම් නිකන් බලන්නකො අකුරු ටිකක් mirror එකකින් බලන්න. Side mirror එකකින්. නැත්නම් mirror එකකින් බලන්න අකුරු ටිකක්. It will be flipped. That's why ambulance word is reversed. Ambulance වල ගහලා තියෙන අනිත් පැත්තනේ වචනේ. නේද? ambulance කියලා ලියලා තියෙන්නේ reverse එකට. මොකද mirror එකකින් බලනකොට හරි විදියට පේන්නේ. That's why it's written in reverse. Right? So, but here actually they are using two mirrors to generate the original, or the reflected one is re-reflected and then the original side image is generated. Mirrors and lenses. So this is kind of this is not a fully electronic solution, but still it was a good solution that time. Have you seen overhead projectors in your school? දැකලා තියෙනවද overhead projectors school වල? Have you seen? So when there are no slides, we can write in the overhead projector. Slides නැතිකොට මේකේ ලියන්නත් පුළුවන්. මේ light box එක උඩ ලියන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ලියන එක එයා enlarge කරලා මෙතනට project කරනවා. So that is better than the manual method because you can erase. It is quicker, faster, and it's you don't want to move. So you can write in a smaller area and it will be enlarged for you. So those advantages were there. But still, this was not used for projecting real images, pictures, sounds, videos. It was not possible to project using these projectors. There was a question in the examination about this. That's why I'm explaining. The making images, videos, sounds, eva project karana bෑ. But then came to the second kind of projector, and this is called slide projector. Actually, this was also a popular solution. So change in slide projector. Slide projector is basically, so it could display some images. Here you can see, it could display some images when you put these slides. That slide is enlarged and projected. These are special slide sheets. So maybe not like fully bright, but half away bright images could be displayed using slide projector. And I don't know whether you have seen, like I can remember like 15 years back, and that means you are still like 1 year old, no? Maybe you cannot, maybe 1 year or you just born. Sometimes you might not see that. Some cinema theaters, film halls earlier days, they use this slide projector to show the advertisements. The film එකක් පෙන්නනකොට sponsors ලා ටිකක් ඉන්නවා. ඔකට මේ අනුග්‍රහය දක්වන කට්ටිය sponsors. ඒ sponsors ලාගේ ad ටික slides වල මෙහෙම හදලා තියෙනවා. ඒ slides මාරු කර අතින් මාරු කරනවා. ඒ slide අතින් මාරු කර දානවා. එතකොට අර film එක බලන්න කලින් එහෙම interval time එකට එහෙම අපිට පේනවා. මේකට අනුග්‍රහය මෙන්න මේ ලී මෝල. මේකට අනුග්‍රහය මෙන්න මේ මොකක් හරි ඔය ඉස්සර තිබ්බ businesses එහෙම ඒවා පෙන්නනවා. ඒ විදිහට slide මාරු කරලා තමයි ad ටික පෙන්නන්නේ. That's the slide projector. But still, this is also difficult because you know, need to change slides rapidly again and again, and that needs some manual support. So that's why the slide projector was also not that much popular. But now you have a better solution. That is the multimedia projector. That is digital, fully digital, and it can be connected to a computer, and you can easily show videos, images, with sounds, images, animation, etc. using multimedia projector because it can be connected to a computer. Okay, then when these multimedia projectors evolved, there are several types of multimedia projectors. Some are LCD projectors and some are LED projectors and some are DLP projectors. Which is better, LCD, LED, or DLP? LCD means liquid crystal display. LED, light emitting diode. Then DLP, digital light processing. Which is a better projector? What do you think? හිතන දේ කියන්න පුතේ කමන්නේ. දන්නේ නැති හින්දානේ පන්ති එන්නේ නේද? දැනට දන්න දේ කියන්න. දැනට හිතන දේ කියන්න. ඊට පස්සේ මම ඉතුරු ටික උදව් කරන්න. Okay, I got a chat. LED, yes. Yes, you assume LED is good, but not LED. It is DLP, digital light processing. LED, on the other hand, LCD and LED screens, LED is much popular. But in the projector brands, DLP is much popular because DLP provide good brightness and contrast. DLP වල image quality එක වැඩි. හැබැයි LCD LED වලත් image හොඳයි. නරක නැහැ. හැබැයි projectors වලින් මොන හරි බලන්න room එක dark කරන්න ඕනේ. You need to make your room darker to see something better. Otherwise, if your room is too light, so then you cannot see the image properly. The brightness is low. So better DLP, digital light projector, digital light processing, DLP is a better projector. Okay, now forget about the hardware part. Now let's think about the software part. Software part is the presentations. So there are several presentation software. Some software are free, some are paid. Right? There are several presentation software and some are paid and some are free. You can see Apple Keynote. It's a proprietary software by Apple, but you can also download this to your mobile, your Windows computer, right? You can install it in your Windows computer too. Let me show that. So this is Keynote by Apple. Okay, this is how it comes when you have to create a new one. When I select new, then it's suggesting me some templates. Templates means already prepared styles, already prepared, nice looking presentations. Then I can select one of these and start editing that. So let me select this one and I'm going to edit that. Chalkboard. Just I have double click and select that, you can see. And then you can see the font colors, everything comes. Then you can edit, let's say grade 10. And chapter 8 presentations. Okay, so this is chalkboard and you can play the slides similar to the Microsoft PowerPoint. Apple Keynote can be used to design and do the slideshow. You can see this is by Apple Keynote. Nice fonts, nice styles, and easy to do, easy to present. Right? You can try installing this in your computer too. Okay, the next one is, let me delete this, I don't want this. So the next one is Corel presentation. Unfortunately, I don't have any instant to show that Corel presentation, but still that is also proprietary. Proprietary means you have to pay and get the software. Proprietary කියලා කියන්නේ design එක paid එකක්, commercial එකක්. LibreOffice Impress and OpenOffice Impress. Both are Impress. LibreOffice Impress, OpenOffice Impress, දෙකම free. Here this is the LibreOffice Impress and this is OpenOffice Impress. Both are open source and free. You can see here both are open source and free. Open source and free. Right, LibreOffice Impress or OpenOffice Impress. But Microsoft PowerPoint, on the other hand, it's also there. There is also a proprietary software. Right. Now we know about the different software. Here, this is Microsoft PowerPoint. So that Microsoft can also be installed to Apple computer. So that is also possible, right? Microsoft Apple එකට දාන්න පුළුවන්, Apple Keynote Microsoft එකට දාන්න පුළුවන්. And let me take a presentation file Recent, I'm going to take this one. Okay, let's say this one. This is Microsoft PowerPoint. Actually, this is Office 365. What is the version do you have? So can you send me the version that you are using? Is it Microsoft? Is it Apple Keynote? Or is it the LibreOffice? So, or no presentation software? Can you send it in the chat, Pute? Chat එකකින් එවන්න බලන්න. මොකක්ද ඔයාලා use කරන software එක කියලා බලන්න. Okay, Microsoft PowerPoint. Chanula has sent others. Lavanya. So what is the software that you are using for presentations? Do you have the software or not have? Okay, Metsarani is using Microsoft PowerPoint. Timasha, Tihansi, Lavanya is Microsoft. So I think all are using Microsoft PowerPoint seems, right? Okay, Lavanya said that she's using Microsoft PowerPoint. Timasha, yes. Vanshika, what about you? Please send it in the chat, Pute. Please be interactive. You all are grown up now, not kids. Right? You are teenagers. Teenagers should have a powerful energy. Right? How did the teenagers like ටිකක් PowerPoint දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ software එක නැත්තම් කියන්න පුතේ. Right? If you don't have software, don't be afraid. I'm not going to scold you. මොනවාද මේ software එකක්වත් දාගන්න දන්නේ නැද්ද කියන ඒවා බනින්නේ නැහැ මම. Software එක නැත්තම් කියන්න. එතකොට මට උදව් කරන්න පුළුවන්. Okay, I didn't get answers from Metsarani. I didn't get answer from Vanshika. Please send it, put it to the chat. Right? If you have installed. Okay, Vanshika, I think he's having a connection problem, something. Okay, so let's go. Let's study this interface. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to explore the interface. Okay, so when I explore the interface, I'm going to mark the place and you are going to name it. So if you can remember, if you cannot remember, this is the time to memorize. So what is this toolbar? The yellow color. What is this area in yellow color? Yes, that is called quick access toolbar. Right, that is called quick access toolbar. The quicker, so if you want to access something quicker, those things will be there in the quick access toolbar. Right, quick access toolbar. Okay, then, so what is this? This was there in Excel, Word. What is this part? Chanola?
Home.
This is called ribbon, Chanola, right? It's called ribbon. Where home, insert, draw, ribbon. In the ribbon එක ඇතුලේ තියෙන මේවට මොනවද කියන්නේ? Ribbon එක ඇතුලේ තියෙන මේ home, insert, draw, design. These are called, yes, these are called මොනවද ඒවට කියන්නේ? Tabs. Yes, these are called tabs. Correct. එතකොට so what is this one? So මම මේ මුලින් ඉඳන්ම විස්තර කරන්න වලට ලේසි වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මම මේ මුලින් ඉඳන්ම පටන් ගත්තට ඇඩ්වාන්ස් වෙනකම් යනවාද? ටිකක් ඇඩ්වාන්ස් වෙනකම් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඇඩ්වාන්ස් වෙනකම් යනවා. මුලින් ඉඳන් පටන් ගත්තට. දැන් සමහරට හිතෙන්න පුළුවන් අයියෝ මේවද කතා කරන්නේ මේව මේ පහවසක ළමයි දන්නවනේ. වැඩක් නැහැ මේ පන්තියට ඇවිල්ලා කියලා. But I'll start from the beginning and I'll go to the advanced, right? Don't worry. Okay, what is that? The paper 7, this one? The green color one? Or let me color in different color. Please tell me what is this? This area, which I have colored in orange, is called, come on. Title bar, yes, title bar. And what about this slide 1 of 5, English medium, which is in the bottom? What is that?
Status bar.
Status bar, exactly. Very good. Right? එහෙම උත්තර දෙන්න අන්න. එතකොට shock interactive එතකොට class එක. Okay, so what is this? This tool in the corner, right hand side, bottom corner. This four-headed arrow. What is that? Yes?
Zoom control.
Yeah, it is for the zoom control. To fit the windows, you have the zoom control. And then you have these different views. So let me color that in a red color. So these are some different views. You can see 4 views are there. What is the first view? What is the second view? What is the third and fourth view? Why it is useful? The first view, okay. So since that's a delay, I'll tell, right? The first view is called slide view. Then අපි මේ ඉන්නේ slide view එකේ. In PowerPoint, we are in the slide view. We can edit the slides in slide view. Second view is slide sorter view. Slide sorter view is an easier one, which you can use to move slides here and there. දැන් මේ තුන්වෙනි එක ගන්නවා පළවෙනි එකට. දෙවෙනි එක දානවා තුන්වෙනි එක තිබ්බ තැනට. ඒ වගේ මේක දානවා මෙතන. Likewise, if you want to move slides here and there, slide sorter view is the best because you can see all the slides. Presentation එකේ තියෙන ඔක්කොම slides පොඩියට පෙන්නනවා. ඒතර මුළු slide එක පිටින් මෙහාට මෙහාට ගෙනියන්න පුළුවන්. So let me undo that, right? Or you can hide the slides, right click, hide slides. You can take a new slide, right? Unhide the slide. So likewise, you can do various operation in the slide sorter view, but not good for editing. හරි editing වලට හරියන්නේ නැහැ slide sorter view එක. ඒ කියන්නේ slide එකෙන් slide එක edit කරන වැඩේට ඒකට ගැලපෙන්නේ නැහැ. But you can edit slide as a single thing. Slide sorter view is used for that. Then the next one is slideshow view. ඊට කලින් reading view එක තියෙනවා. In reading view we can read the slides. This is not slideshow. Then you can go back and forth and read the entire මුළු page එකම ලොකුවට පෙන්නනවා. slide එක ඉස්සරහට පස්සට ගිහිල්ලා කියවලා බලන්න පුළුවන් මේක හරියට තියෙනවද කියලා. Just to read. But no, it's not plain animations and all, right? It's not to show the animations, transitions. ඒවා පෙන්නන්නේ නැහැ. අපි ඉගෙන ගන්නවා transition animation කියලා මොනවද කියලා. ඒවා පෙන්නන්නේ නැහැ reading view එකේ. නිකන් slide ටික බලාගෙන යන්න පුළුවන්. You can just go through the slides. Okay, the last one is slideshow view. That is showing the slide in a full screen window. It is showing the slide in the full screen window. That is what slideshow view. Okay, we discussed about everything about PowerPoint. Now we know the basics. And one more thing I couldn't ask. So let me ask that question also. What is this notes? What is this notes about? Here, click to add notes. What is that? Anyone have an idea about that? Notes. What is that? Yes? Any idea about notes? No idea.
To find the slide easily.
No, Pute. So this no, because so slide has a limitation, right? Slide has a limitation. What is that limitation? Is when you create a slide. So in your book also, that is those limitations are given here. See, characteristics of a good quality presentation. On the presentation එකක තියෙන ලක්ෂණ. Number of lines, right? If I'm going to actually, this is not a presentation, no. This is a note. This is your book. Then මම මේක presentation එකක් කරොත්. If I want to convert this to a presentation, what should I take? Should I take the title? මේක presentation එකක් කරනකොට මම title එක ගන්න ඕනද නැද්ද? If I so get the idea, right? I want to convert this note to a presentation. මේ note එක presentation එකක් කරන්න ඕන. What should I take? 8.2, this heading, should I take it or not? Yes? heading එක ගන්න ඕනද නැද්ද? You can talk. Yes, need to take that. Heading එක ඕන. Okay, tell me. So what about number of lines, font size? Do I need this one? Subheadings? Yes, I need subheadings too. මේවත් ඕන. මොකද මේක presentation එකක් කරද්දි මට main ඒවා තමයි ඕන. මේ note මම දාන්නේ නැහැ. And I need the special points like this. This is a special point. Here, බලන්න, most appropriate number of lines per slide is 6 to 9. That I need. Font size 32 points or more. That is also a special point. Right? So, if I'm going to create a slide, then I'm making slide එකක් හදනවා නම් මම මේ හරි දාලා තියෙන headings ටික ගන්න ඕන, highlight කරලා තියෙන text ටිකක් ගන්න ඕන. So තව පොඩ්ඩක් එහා මෙහා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. No. It's not a rule, but that is the practice. හරි සාමාන්‍ය slide එක තියෙන්න ඕන 6 to 9 lines, not more than that. So if you are using more lines in slides, it will be cluttered. ඒක පිරීලා යනවා, cluttered වෙනවා. ඒක හරියට පේන්නේ නැහැ, නිකන් ගොඩ ගහිලා වගේ. බලන කෙනෙකුට ආස හිතෙන්නේ නැහැ. So that is the nature. හරි බලන කෙනෙකුට නිකන් අම්මෝ නෝට් ගොඩ මේ ඔක්කොම මම ලියන්න එපැයි. නැත්නම් මේ ඔක්කොම මම මතක තියාගන්න එපැයි. මේක උඩේ ඉඳන් පල්ලෙහාට කියවන්න එපැයි. People don't like to read much. හරි ගොඩක් කට්ටිය එහෙම කැමති නැහැ ගොඩක් දිගට කියවන්න. එහෙනම් තමයි ස්ලයිඩ් එකේ සමරි එක දාන්නේ. හැබැයි අමතක වෙන ඒවා එහෙම තියෙනවනේ සමහර කරුණු. Some points are there, those points you forget. Right? Some points you forget. Means you cannot remember those points. There are issues. In such cases means if you cannot remember the points, right? So then you can put it in the note section. Let me show some university slides. One example like a pen and university slides. So see this. So this is not a slide created by me. This is actually lecture slides from a university. This university also I'm teaching some courses, right? You can see the first slide, the second slide. So this IBM research, you can see only 1, 2, few lines. But here, there are some special points. When I present, I can go through these points also. The presentation එක කරනකොට මට අර notes උත් බලලා ඒවත් කියන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද මම ඔක්කොම නැහැනේ මේ තියෙන AI everywhere. Presentation එකේ තියෙන ඔච්චරයි image එකකුයි AI everywhere, artificial intelligence everywhere. But here in the notes section you can see lot of notes. AI applications are transferred in every industry and transition military members to civilian life. So transfer in veterinary care, improving the financial planners, advice. So these things are there as a note. So ඒවා දාන්නේ note එකක් විදියට. Slide එකේ content එක විදියට දාන්නේ නැහැ. So in the presenter view, මේක present කරනකොට, can you see the notes? Then notes පේනවද? Slideshow view එකේදී. Can you see the notes in the slideshow view, Pute? Or cannot?
No, sir.
Normally we cannot see. Hari, හැබැයි මෙහෙමයි. Slide එක පෙන්නන කෙනාට කියන මමනේ දැන් slide එක පෙන්නන්නේ මට විතරක් බලා ගන්න option එකක් තියෙනවා. I can click on this menu and use the presenter view. I can click on, so can you see the sub menu? Slideshow එකට ගියාට පස්සේ තමයි ඒක පෙන්නන්නේ. When you go to the slideshow, you can see, sorry, this is, you can see the presenter view. Here, when you click on this menu, there's something called presenter view. When you use the presenter view, this is what I see from the present inside. දැන් මම presenter විදියට මම දකින දේ තමයි මේ තියෙන්නේ. හැබැයි මෙහෙමයි. දැන් ඔයාලට මේක පේනවා මොකද මම zoom වලින් share කරලානේ තියෙන්නේ. Because of that, you can also see that. But normally in the actual presentation, දැන් මම එක project එකකට ගහලා එහෙම present කරා නම් අර ඉස්සෙල්ලා පෙන්නපු window එක AI everywhere කියන එක විතරයි බලන අයට පේන්නේ. හැබැයි මම දන්නවා as a presenter I know මේක කියනකොට මේ විස්තරෙත් කියන්න ඕන. ඒක අර බලන කෙනාට පේන්නේ නැහැ. ප්‍රසන්ට් කරන කෙනාට විතරයි පේන්නේ. එතන මම මේ ටිකක් කියනවා මේ නෝට් එකේ තියෙන ඒවාත් කියනවා. නිකන් මම දන්නවා වගේ මතක තියාගෙන හිටියා වගේ කියනවා. AI will help improve actually AI will help employees, developers, doctors, ඔය හැමෝටම උදව් වෙනවා. Underwriters, teachers. So ඒක මම නිකන් මේ ටික කියාගෙන යනවා. So this is useful for me. ඊළඟට මම දන්නවා ඊළඟට එන්න තියෙන ස්ලයිඩ් එක. Next slide. What is the slide coming next? එතකොට මම ඒකට පොඩ්ඩක් prepare වෙලා ඉන්නේ. හරි අපි ඊළඟට බලමු පොඩි විශේෂ දෙයක් කියලා. We can shift to that. We know what's going to come next. And we know the time spent in this presentation. කොච්චර වෙලාවක් මේ presentation එකේ අපි කාලය ගත කරලා තියෙනවා. What is the amount? It is 1 minute and 21 seconds. මේකත් අර බලන කෙනාට පේන්නේ නැහැ. එතන මට ටයිමින් තියාගන්න පුළුවන් මේ PowerPoint presentation එකට කොච්චර වෙලා යනවද? මට ටයිමින් එකක් තියාගන්න පුළුවන්. So those are the advantages of using this presenter view. How should I change to the presenter view? When I go to the slideshow, right? When I go to the slideshow, I have to click on this menu and then use the presenter view. And there are some other things also. I can shift to the slides. I can go to the screen and I can make it blank so no one can see anything. And I can use the screen, a whitened screen, a blank white screen. So these options are there in the presenter view. And also I can unblank, unwiden the screen and come back to this. And I have the pen. I can use the arrow to point something here, arrow to point. And I can use pen to draw and write in the presentation. I can use laser pointer to point something. I can use the laser pointer. So likewise, so different facilities are there in this slideshow view. Okay, that's it. So let's come back to the note again. How to exit from this view? I have to press escape key. When I press escape key, I can exit from the slideshow view. Okay, now we know very well about the interface. Then අපි ඔන්න interface එක ගැන කතා කරා. Okay, let's learn some more characteristics which should be there in a good slideshow. On the slideshow එකක line ගාන 6ත් 9ත් අතර වෙන්න ඕන කියන එක අපි කතා කරා. ඊළඟට හොඳ slideshow එක in a good slideshow, the font size should be 32 or more. Font size should be 32 points or more. Normally, when writing, what is the font size? Document වල අපි font size එක කියලා තියාගන්න පුතේ. When writing in a Word document, what is the font size? Yes? When writing in a document, what is the font size? So these things are general knowledge, right? Okay, I got one answer. Yes, 11 or 12 pixels. 11 or 12 pixels. But when presenting, it is advisable to use a larger one, 32 points. Why? Because then a viewer can clearly see that. And also note that in the presentation view, the grammar spelling mistakes will not be underlined. Therefore, before presenting, you have to check grammar and spelling. මොකද presentation view එකේදී grammar spelling underline වෙන්නේ නැහැ. කවුරු හරි ඔගේ photos දාගත්තොත් ඒ කිසිම දෙයක් underline වෙන්නේ නැහැ. හැබැයි පස්සේ තේරෙනවා මේක වැරදි කියලා. ඒ හින්දා අපි present කරන්න කලින් grammar spelling check කරගන්න ඕනේ. That is also a good practice. And one more thing, so you know pictures, tables, drawings are very important because we are using very less amount of words. අපි words අඩුවෙන් පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. Therefore, pictures, multimedia, videos, animation, we can use those to make it more interactive and meaningful. And another thing, when you're using colors, so you have to really be careful about the viewer. So normally, it's better to use a dark background with light fonts. Dark background with light fonts. Right, maybe, okay, this is the reverse. මේකේ තියෙන්නේ light background එකක් එක්ක dark font. හැබැයි මේක පොඩ්ඩක් ඇහැට කරදරයි. So what's the reason? In books you have light background with dark font because when it is white, more light will come to your eye. When something is white, more light will come to your eye. මොකක් හරි එකක් ස්ක්‍රීන් එකේ බලන එකක් සුදු පාට තියෙද්දි print out එක මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ නැහැ. print out එක නම් මේක clear වෙනවා. හැබැයි ස්ක්‍රීන් එකක බලන එකක් සුදු පාටට තියෙද්දි light එක ගොඩක් ඇහැට එනවා. එතකොට පොඩ්ඩක් ඇහැට වෙහෙසයි, මහන්සි. And don't use the colors like red. Red ගොඩාක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න එපා. red ගොඩාක් පාවිච්චි කරාමත් නිකන් ඇහැට කරදරයි. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ බලන්න Windows desktop, Facebook, ඒගොල්ලෝ පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ Microsoft මොන වගේ colors ද? So what are the colors they use mostly? Are they using reds or blues? Microsoft Windows operating systems basically they are using more blues.
Blue.
Yes. Why more blues? Blue color එච්චර ගන්නෙ. So think about the real world, nature. මේ ස්වාභාවික පරිසරය ගැන හිතන්න. If you can see maybe a mountain in a far away place, what is the color? ඈතක තියෙන කන්දක් මොන පාටද පේන්නේ? A mountain which is far away from you. So what is the color? It's blue color, right? It's bluish color. Ocean, what is the color of ocean? A deep ocean. It is blue color. What is the color of sky? It is also blue color, right? Blue color is basically showing you a distance. අපි නිල් පාටින් දකිනකොට අපිට අපේ ඔළුවට එන්නේ අපේ ඇහැට එන දෙයක් තමයි distance එක. ඒ කියන්නේ ඈත තියෙන්නේ. ඈත තියෙනේවා බලද්දී ඇහැ නිදහස් වෙනවා. හැබැයි computer screen එක තියෙන්නේ ළඟ. අඩි එකමාරක් විතර ළඟ තියෙන්නේ. So they tried their maximum. They are giving maximum effort to reduce the amount of light and also show you some distance. අර දුර ගතිය ඇහැ නිදහස් වෙන ගතිය ටිකක් වැඩිපුර පෙන්වන්න ඕන හින්දා තමයි bluish colors ගොඩක් use කරන්නේ computer screen වල. So consider about these things. Red එහෙම use කරලා වලවන්නම් බලන්න. Put a red wallpaper, red color, fully red color wallpaper in your background and see. You will feel that. So when you use more red color, so your eye will get tired easily. But you have to use red color sometimes to emphasize highlight points. So you can use red color, that is okay. But reduce. Don't use more reds. Right? Think about viewers' eyes. And also animations and videos, that is also don't overuse that. Too many animations will defocus you from the main goal. Let's say you want to present about a cell. Cell එකක් ගැන, සෛල ගැන. ඔයාලට present කරන්න ඕන. You are using hundreds of animations and that will make, that is the main objective is to explain the slides. එක එක click එකකට තමයි slide එකේ කෑල්ල ඉන්නේ cell එකට. That is also annoying. Right? That is also annoying. Sorry. Okay, when you're using animation, so don't use too much of animation. Animation තිබ්බ කියලා හැම effect එකක්ම දාන්න එපා. දැන් සමහරට එක object එකක් එනවා. ඒ object එක කැරකිලක් දෙනවා. ආයෙත් ටිකකින් ඇවිල්ලා ටිකකින් ආයෙත් කැරකෙනවා. ආයෙ උඩට ගිහිල්ලා පල්ලෙහාටත් එනවා. fold වෙනවා, unfold වෙනවා. කුඩු වෙලා යනවා. ඔය වගේ animation ගොඩාක් දාන්න එපා එකම object එක. That is use